ball's coming.
Ooh. Nearly.
Rue gets it. Rue gets it.
Yeah. Rue needs to throw it back.
Come on, Rue.
Be careful, don't.
We'll run into each other. Papa. Hosanna. Ali, I said Hosanna. It's your name. Hez. You're Hez. Nearly, Rue. Oh, you take my jacket.
Hello.
Hey, you caught me. I was just thinking about this whole video. Sorry, let me turn this off, it's too loud. I was just thinking about this video, just stood here in the kitchen and the sun is shining down in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys can actually see that there, but it's just a beautiful view. And I'm making my coffee, and I love coffee. You guys know I love coffee. So the smell of coffee in the morning makes me just feel, it sets the scene. And I'm just thinking, I actually feel quite emotional about this whole journey that you've been on with us for the past, 4 weeks maybe? I think it might have been since we first told you about me finding what felt like lumps in my breast. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of actually share a little bit of a secret with you guys actually. So I'm just gonna get my coffee finished and I shall carry on talking.
We the Grimwades, welcome to the show. Spreading good vibes, gonna let everybody know. There's a window to our lives, so watch everybody grow. And everybody's welcome, from the royals to the pros. Yeah, love and checking out the journey. Big fam, couple guys, couple girlies. We're spreading happiness from early. Subscribe to the vibe, you heard me?
Oh my days.
Alright kids,
Yeah?
I wanted to kind of actually let you guys in on a bit of a secret as well as the Grimwade gang, yeah?
Okay.
So obviously, Grimwade gang, we're updating you. We're letting you know that, praise the Lord, everything was absolutely fine with my scan. So I went the other day, sorry for you Grimwade gang, it's new for you, the kids already know. But obviously I went for my scan and everything was fine. I will run you through the story of the scan in a bit. But the secret I wanted to let you in on was that when, am I okay to sit down, Grimwade gang? I hope that's okay. When I first felt the lumps in my breast, I don't want to say that I was worried, because I wasn't really worried. I trusted the Lord. I felt like everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But when I had spoken to the doctor on the phone, I was stood in the kitchen, I'd spoke to the doctor on the phone and she ran me through the checks saying, have you got any difference in your skin? You know, have you got any, are you feeling ill? Is there anything that you feel is wrong? She went through all the different checks with me. And after I came off the phone to her and she said that I was going to need to have an appointment, she said, I think the best thing to do is we send you for an appointment anyway, because it's always best to get these things checked. I was in the kitchen, the door was shut because I was trying to have a quiet exists in our household. A quiet phone call with the doctor. So the door was shut. And after I came off the phone to her, I actually cried. Like I stood there and I really, really cried. And I don't think Dad even knows this.
I didn't know this. Like that.
And I was just like, if this is something, I was like, I don't want to go, I'm going to get all emotional now. But when I think of you children and I think of, the fact of you maybe not having a mum around or not being able to grow up with one of your parents, it's just the saddest thing. And I stood in the kitchen, I just literally cried my eyes out. Sorry, Grimwade gang, I didn't mean this to get so emotional, but I literally cried my eyes out because I was like, Lord, you've blessed me with 6 children. Why on earth could something go wrong now? I love you too, son, so much. I was like, I don't want anything to go wrong, Lord. And I just prayed, Lord, I know everything is in your hands. I trust you, Father. Careful of mummy's hot drink. I was like, I trust you, Lord, and I trust that everything will be okay. And your plan is best. And I've always lived like that, like God's plan is best. Like whatever we go through in our lives is for a reason. And it might not be easy, but God has a greater plan. And I thank the Lord that obviously I'm sitting here on the other side and everything is fine. But obviously it doesn't go like that for everybody.
Absolutely.
And you know, you honestly can't take that for granted. And I was just looking at the idea of, well, if this is something, I then turned, the thoughts went over in my head. I was like, if this is something, what's going to then happen? I don't feel ill at the minute. But you know, sometimes when something is diagnosed, for some reason, you kind of feel like then things are going to get worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought, oh gosh, we could be going on a really unexpected journey now. I was thinking, Lord, how could you bless our family with 6 children and then let me have to leave the family? You can't let my husband have to be left by himself. And we've had discussions before, which Tim doesn't agree with. But I'm like, if anything ever happened to me, babe, you must find yourself another wife. And he's like, oh. But anyway, that's another video. But I was just thinking through lots of different things in my head, and that's probably why I got quite emotional. But after I prayed, because I initially Sorry, go on.
I really don't want to stop your flow, but I feel I have to quickly say something.
Okay, go on, that's fine.
Yeah, I literally, Grimwade gang, I really didn't want to stop Ella mid-flow then, but you've got to understand, like, I'm sure you all know from kind of watching, you get a general gist or whatnot, but basically, the reason I wouldn't want to find another wife is not because I didn't enjoy being alone or anything like that, although it wouldn't be very alone with all these lot, is because there isn't any better than mummy. Do you know what I mean? There isn't any better than Ella, babe, whoever you are to whoever in the family. Like, you see what she does. If you follow us on Instagram, you see bits like, and you know, we're really trying to show a real life here. Do you know what I mean? And it's not doctored. Yes, we edit videos, do you know what I mean? But it's all of really natural occurrence, do you know what I mean? So I just had to say, like, Ella is impeccable as a person, as a wife. She learns things maybe, where she feels maybe she's not so great. She tries to get better. She's not that type of woman who just says, well, I do enough. Do you know? Because Ella could easily say, well, I do all this stuff in the house. I do all this stuff for you guys, blah, blah, blah. And that little thing there, that's not really a big deal to change. But she's not like that. And she doesn't have that type of heart. She has a heart that keeps going to bed every night thinking, how can I change, Lord? How can I be better for my family? So I just have to big you up, babe. And that's why I had to stop you. But let me get back to you.
Thank you, my darling. It warms my heart and makes me emotional when I hear you say that. I think over the years, I've definitely grown to be a more emotional person because I was quite, I don't know, not cold-hearted, but I wasn't the most emotional person growing up. But I think kids have that effect on you. Relationship, marriage has that effect on you. When you realise these people are really precious to me. I hold them so close and dear to my heart.
Scary, isn't it, sometimes?
It's scary. Of course it is. That's why I think superheroes, like, I watch too many films, don't I? Yeah. But, in Avengers and stuff like that, I always see like the baddies, they always will attack a superhero by going to their loved ones. True. Because that's where their heart is at. Do you know what I mean?
That's the only way you can
that's
get
quite a good analogy.
Analogy. Yeah, no, it is. It really is.
But that's the only way you can get to them. Go on,
And I was a little bit worried with my mum not staying with us, and she has to go to the doctors to get a scan on to see if she's all okay on her rest.
But we spoke about it, didn't we? And I think the kids vibed off ourselves over that. Thank you, darling. Over that period of time, the kids vibed off myself and Tim. And initially, after I'd first let that cry out, I walked out of the room feeling then calm, and then I didn't worry again at all.
Yeah, well, that's
that.
fine. I think that's reasonable. I think you have your time, and then you say,
right,
Lord,
that's it now.
Take it,
precisely,
and that's it. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly what it was, babe. And the initial, I don't want to say fear, but it probably was a little bit of fear came over me. But once I kind of cried it out, said, Lord, I trust you. Like it was done. I left it there. But yeah, that was my kind of secret that I had to kind of let you guys in on. But I didn't want to say anything about that when we was at the beginning of the journey, when we didn't know what was going on, because I didn't want any kind of inkling of worry to filter down to the children or anything like that. So, Grimwade gang, after that long intro, get into the actual scan. So my letter came through, and it came through with quite a short date. So it was like, I got the letter on the Friday, and my appointment was booked for the next Thursday or something like that. So, which I thought was quite good, because it meant it could be a serious situation, and you know, you don't want to be left hanging in that kind of situation. You want to find out straight away. I didn't really know if on the scan day I was going to find out. You right, Harps? Can you shut up? You're not going to sleep, are you? I didn't really know if on the scan day I was going to find out my results straight away, but then I think it was your mum said to me that they would just say what they thought, like if there was anything that on the day they would just say what they thought if they found anything or not. So it was, you know, our lives are just so busy, Grimwade gang. You see you don't see everything we do, but you see some of the stuff we do. And the day of my scan actually landed on a day where we already had some things booked that we couldn't really change around. So then I had to call the doctors and be like, could I please change like my date to another day that was more convenient. And actually what happened was the day that I called them, they said, can you come that day? So I went that day, and after we kind of switched the time around a bit, my mum came and helped babysit the kids. And then basically one thing after another, Tim ended up staying with the children at home. And I was happy to just go, and Tim was like, babe, no, as much as you're a strong woman, you're not going to the scan by yourself. Mum must go with you.
Because Ella booked about 1,200 things and then said, babe, look, we're not going to be able to go at the same time. I was like, huh? No, we are.
He wasn't happy. He's like, babe, I don't like the way you've organised this day for me to not be coming with you. And it's not that I didn't want him to come, but I think I had that much peace about it that I just thought it's going to be fine. But, you know, Tim was definitely looking out for me, and he was like, well, we don't know. He didn't say it, but I know any mature adult is like, you don't know for sure. You know, so until you know, you don't want to really go by yourself. So anyway, my mum ended up coming with me. And I was a little bit like, not emotional. I wasn't too emotional, but I was even just thinking for my mum, but I didn't really ask her because, you know, it could make her feel upset. But in my head, I was a bit like, what is it like to be going to the hospital for your child to have a scan on their breasts to check if anything's okay or not? Like, I was thinking that. But you were getting to be a big girl, and Mummy did a workout this morning, and my legs are killing me.
So you're going to have to get down, girl. Sorry, we love you.
Sweetie pie.
Go and sit on Hosanna.
You can sit
She's
on
got
lap.
young
Come
legs.
around.
Yeah, go around that side. There you go. Sorry, our table's getting so rickety. I'm concerned that the drink's going to spill, so I'm going to try and not lean on it too much.
It's only a temporary table, really. We've got it, but it's served its purpose because it can tuck away. I don't know. I think we've shown any of that before.
Yeah, we have. Anyway, so basically, we went into the hospital. And because of all the COVID regulations and everything, my mum wasn't actually allowed to come into the room with me. So, and I was like, and at that point, I kind of felt a bit like, I actually want her in the room with me. So I said to the doctor, I was like, please, like, can she come in? So I said to the nurse, please, can she come in? She said, I'll ask the consultant. And she said, the consultant said no, but you can ask her again yourself. So when the consultant came in, I was like, please, can my mum come in? I don't want to go through this by myself. I tried to, you know, like not put on, but kind of overdo it a little bit just to see if they would let them come in. But no, they were like, sorry, due to all the regulations, I'm very, very sorry, but they can't come in the room. So I had to be in there by myself, which was a bit of a shame. But I just praise the Lord again that everything's okay. I'm not sure our radiators are going to be okay because Rue is just shooting balls.
Rue, what are you doing? You just scoring goals?
Yeah, I hit out a crossbar, look.
Oh, okay, go on then.
Okay.
Okay, you're just hitting the radiator.
Hitting the radiator over and over.
Yeah, this is the post.
Oh, okay, cool. You have fun, whatever you're doing.
You've got a lot of imagination there.
He has. He always has.
You do your thing, so good boy. So yeah, we basically I had to just basically go in and do it by myself. And I was laying on the bed, and anybody that knows me knows that I don't always find the words to say how I'm feeling. Maybe you think I do, I don't know, but sometimes I struggle a little bit. And I was laying on the bed, so I was a bit quiet.
I think given a few minutes you find the words.
Yeah, given a few minutes, as you'll see in this video. I was sat on the bed, I was a bit quiet, and the lady started scanning my breasts, and she just checked it. I'd scanned like that before. I said, I've got 6 kids. She said, wow, you got 6 kids. And anyway, she did the scan, and I was looking at the screen, and I could just see all these ripples, and basically, it's my milk glands. and it was all the different milk glands that I could see as well on the screen. And she did a thorough check on each breast. She spent like a good few minutes checking.
Which is good.
Which is good. So she was evidently thorough. And she said, first breast straight away, she said, I can't see anything wrong there. All looks normal. I was like, fantastic. When she went to the other side, and you know, you're always thinking, oh, was she taking a bit longer? But she didn't. It was just fine. And she said, everything is fine there. And then she said something that really stuck with me. She said, go home and enjoy your children. And that just stayed with me. And I just thought, well, even though the lady hadn't been on this journey with me, she knew what was dear. And I'd mentioned my kids to her, and I'd said, oh, we've got 6, and I'd named them and whatnot. And she said, you can go home and enjoy them. Everything's fine. So just praise the Lord. Thank you, Grimwade gang. Thank you so much for all of your prayers. I appreciate every single one of them. Honestly, I don't take them for granted.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'm so pleased to let you know that everything is okay. And we can continue on this journey of life with the Grimwade gang, the Grimwade family all together. But yeah, and please guys, I just also want to say that if anybody is going through a situation like this, let us know so that we can pray for you too. Okay?
Yeah,
but we love, trust in the Lord. That's right. Amen, Hez. We love you, Grimwade gang. Take care.
Bye. Love you guys.